Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Divine Feminine Oracles. I'm Julie from Maison, and I'm here with my two amazing soul sisters, Meg and Sophie. First of all, hello, Meg. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you so much. Some kind of weird energies, though. Like I'm still kind of
Yeah,
trying to get my level of energy back, but I guess we'll talk about that in just a few minutes.
for sure.
Hello, Sophie. How are you dealing with all these energies?
I'm good. In fact, I think it's a very good energy right now. So I may be one of the weird one.
Good. So you're out of the purging finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tonight we're going to talk about a lot of interesting topics as usual, but today is the exact date where Jupiter moves into the sign of Taurus. Yay! So we're going to talk about that because it talks a lot about manifestation, how to manifest a new cycle of abundance in your life, because Taurus talks about enjoying the pleasures of life, abundance, material stability, and also new forms of abundance. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about also the new moon that's going to be on May 19 in the sign of Taurus. And before that, I think we're going to talk about some topics that came out, let's say, during this post-eclipse crisis. Now that Mercury is direct, we're kind of having, let's say, more clarity on what happened during the eclipses. So before we go into the main subjects for tonight, please like, share, and subscribe if you are watching on the Beyond Mystic channel. And also, if you are watching on Maison Jupiter, go on Beyond Mystic, give us a like also if you can. And if you are watching from Beyond Mystic, don't forget to subscribe to Maison Jupiter's channel. And tomorrow we'll be having an amazing, it's not on the board yet, but an amazing Beyond Astro with Meg, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a little technical hiccup, but yes, I forgot
That's
to put it on the board, but it will be there. And yes, and we just filmed very recently our favorite books and oracle decks. That was the latest Astro Decode from last week.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find this one, Meg?
I thought it was so much fun, and it was so cool, the topics that just came up naturally that we didn't even plan,
Yeah.
like talking about the true nature of the moon and its spiritual hijacking and some intense and fun subjects. And some of the clients that I've had so far since we did that Astro Decode have bought a lot of the books and oracle cards. So I think we've helped some of those authors have some good sales the past week. So
Well, nice. They deserve it because
yeah.
it's the stuff that we think is valuable for us. And I did buy all the books that you mentioned, so I'm one of the people that were positively influenced by the show.
Yeah.
So we talked about our favorite oracle decks, our favorite book in astrology, and also we got through a lot of different subjects, including Doreen Virtue and also the nature of the moon. So go watch it if you haven't already. And tonight will be, oh, yes, I wasn't going to talk about that, but while it's here on the screen, if you'd like to book a one-on-one consultation with Meg or Sophie, you can do so on maisonjupiter.com. And don't forget to enter Beyond Mystic in one word to get 10% off. Yes, we have a lovely pyramid for tonight. This is going to be for one of the amazing supporters. So you can also leave us a super chat on the Maison Jupiter YouTube channel, and we'll try to answer your questions more towards the end of the show. And we have one gift for you supporters that's going to be the pyramid, and also we got a candle. So let's hear. And I'm sorry for the noise. I hope it's going to be okay. Give me a thumbs up, girls, if you can hear correctly. Okay.
Hi, everyone. This is Carla again from Ascension Organites with another new design for you. Her name is Gabriela. So Gabriela is made of turquoise stones with white milky quartz and aluminum metals. Turquoise is a great stone that represents wisdom, tranquility, protection, good fortune, and hope. It is meant to work with the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, for communication. And also white milky quartz is a great master healer and amplifies any stone that is near it. She also has the Metatron cube in silver, or also known as the Merkaba. I'll give her a quick turnaround so you can see her. And there's the beautiful Gabriela. I hope you guys like her, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carla. This is a beautiful pyramid. Wow. Gabriela. I love it. And I love the name too. It's so cool. And I love turquoise. It's one of my favorite stones, actually. And we also have an amazing pyramid from the beautiful.
Ooh, sorry for the noise. I wanted to show the candle. That is for the house at the same time, but
you have your own, yes. Yeah, as you can see, like the jars are beautiful quality. So this one is going to be the earth candle for one of you lucky supporters for tonight. So the earth candle is a patchouli scent. It's very grounding, very very healing for the root chakra, and it has a black obsidian big crystal right in the candle. So black obsidian is really good for psychic protection, also energy protection, and I feel like we all need that right now in our lives, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, where do we start? Well, I'd like to ask you both, first of all, what's been coming up? And I kind of have a feeling that since, yes, we're past the eclipses officially, last one was on May 5th, Mercury's been going direct since 2 days, so since May 14, but it's still kind of wonky because we all know that since when it goes direct, it's not like full speed right away. It still goes through a post-shadow phase. And for a couple of hours, days, it appears to be stationary going direct in the sky. So it's not yet moving full speed, but we kind of have more clues and clarity about what changes did the eclipse bring in our lives and in the collective. So I'd like to ask you both, what kind of clarity did you get? What are the energies that you're feeling through personal life or consultations? Meg, would you like to start?
Yeah, sure. I feel like a lot of personal breakthroughs people are going right now in terms of their life purpose, what they should be doing. I'm noticing in the astrology consultations, a lot of people are already feeling like what they should be doing, but then it's so cool with the astrology or like with the tarot, you know, what Sophie does, we can confirm a lot of what people are already picking up on. So I'm noticing people are really in alignment with what I like to call their natural energies and tuned into what they should be doing. But we're at this point where right now in particular this week, there's a lot of planetary bodies either in the beginning degrees or the ending degrees. So it's like this starting ending point where we got to make the decision of what's the next steps and actually taking the action on it. And I think this is a really magical week with the new moon in Taurus, with Jupiter just going into Taurus. This is an amazing week for manifestation work and really honing in on what's our intentions for the whole next year. So yeah, we'll be talking about that more.
Yay. Yes. So we're kind of moving out from like the heavy energies and into more prosperity, more lighter energies. I love that. What about you, Sophie? What have you been feeling? What kind of energies do you feel are coming up after the eclipses?
So Meg, you said a beautiful way that this energy, we're going to be feeling it. I think that one of the bad side, or the one that is more challenging maybe for some of us, will be that we cannot be in the denial state anymore since Mercury goes direct. Maybe we were, because of the eclipse, trying to hang on to something and denied because we didn't have clarity, and maybe wanting to see if this is just a phase or if this is going to go away. But there's some change needed when we have this eclipse. And now it's the time to not only know that, yes, there's a reason why it's happening, but also it's the time to move forward and maybe make a new choice, or just know what is the step-by-step action that we need to take right now.
Yes, I love that. I love this clarity. And also, I was looking at your Instagram account, I think, Sophie, and I screenshot something that I found really interesting. So it's when was it from? Is it I think it was last week. Yeah, that makes sense. So have you noticed the collective energy, yes, of drain this week? And it felt really, it resonated with me very much because I did feel very drained last week. So it says this exhaustion is a response from clearing old programs ruled by fear. If you have felt drained, you are beginning to break away from deep, outdated, energetic patterns. As they clear, your body recalibrates to hold new, higher vibrational energy. And soon you will have conquered this alignment. Yes, I love that. That was such a beautiful post. Could you pull some cards for us about what are we purging, and what kind of old programs are we purging?
Okay, interesting cards. Let's see with the tarot deck also. Okay, so the first card is the Hierophant and vibration. So we are purging many things. One of them is the programming from our institution, the programming from maybe religion and big institutions that are bigger than us from childhood. So we're getting free of those things that are not aligned with our value or core identity. And we're just making it a clear cut here where we're saying, this is me and this is not me. And this comes from me, and this is helping me, and this is not helping me, and this is denying a part of myself and of my soul and where I want to be. So we have rejection. So this goes with what I said. We split into Six of Pentacles. We split what we want to keep, what is no longer for us, for best alignment. And we have the answer is no, Seven of Swords. We're saying no to whatever is draining us, whatever is making us feel more confused, whatever is making us more in just keeping us in our worst energy, if I can say that. We are just letting the best energy enter our life and what is making sense to bring us forwards in our evolution only. Just this.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And I feel like we're with the North Node moving in Aries in July, we're in this individuation process of learning what's been part of the programming that we've been, let's say, filled with throughout our, let's say, childhood, growing up. So what's been part of what, let's say, society wanting us to believe, and what's been truly ours. And I feel like, as you're saying that, Sophie, that's really resonating, because we're separating what is ours from our soul, what is us from our higher self, and what is not us from, let's say, the old matrix of control also. Meg, you seem to resonate with that. Can you let us know what do you feel is this big purge to? And if you want to pull some cards as well, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, it's so cool that you just brought up the North Node. We must be on the same telepathic frequency. I've also been feeling, ever since we started filming today, actually, that shift into the North Node in Aries. And Aries is individuation, as you said, and also action. And I feel like we're in so much Taurus energy right now, which is manifestation, which is resources, but Taurus likes to relax and enjoy and chill. And Taurians are very, they can be very motivated and hard workers if they're passionate about it. But Aries is the sign of action. And I feel like when we get into July, like what you said, Sophie, it's no more just, you said something along the lines of, I'm forgetting your exact words, but sitting around and not doing something. I think we're in this phase where when it comes to July, we have to take the action, or else it's going to feel really weird. You were talking, Sophie, about it feeling weird if we don't do what we know we're supposed to be doing. And I think that that's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And also Mars is at 28, 29 degrees this week of Cancer. He's about to go into Leo the end of the week, I think, Julie. I can't remember the exact date.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Mars is at fall or detriment, I forget which one, in Cancer. So Mars does not like to be in Cancer. And Mars is the planet of the ruler of Aries, action, motivation, drive, our masculine side. So also we're going to have a shift when Mars moves into Leo, a fellow fire sign to Aries. We're going to feel more motivated to actually take the action. I think there's been a lot of waiting around, waiting for signs, what's the right thing, getting guidance, but it's time to take the action on what we already know we should be doing.
Yeah, I love that. And I feel like it will be time to align our actions with our personal integrity. And I think that's what you both were talking about with that Aries archetype too. Okay, so I went on social media this week. Wow, my words. This week. And I screenshot a couple of things that I thought was really relevant for at least how I perceive the energies. So Melissa Boudreau, which is a creator of Oracle deck, I like the meme that she did here. So she was like, endless healing, constant death and rebirth, friendships ending, dark night of the soul. That's very Scorpionic, and I think it's talking about the eclipse. Money struggles, that's more the Mercury retrograde in Taurus. Shadow work, ending relationships, quitting a job, losing loved ones, breakdowns. And in the water there, she wrote, still hanging in there, trusting that everything is happening for a reason, knowing that everything I've been going through these past few years have been preparing me for all the blessings and miracles that are waiting for me. So if you resonate with that, let us know, because I did feel that very much, very strongly. Okay. And I wanted to talk about also in relation to this image, but also the eclipse that we had in the sign of Scorpio, about karmic ties. And I believe a lot of, let's say, cutting ties have happened recently. And I think it's even more prominent now that Mercury is moving direct. Maybe some stuff were like not very clear during the eclipse season. But the eclipse in Scorpio is very relationship oriented, because Scorpio likes to merge with another. It's a relationship oriented sign. So we had a lunar eclipse, so completion of a cycle, but also the south node there. So if there was any form of toxicity in the relationships around you, it's natural, I think, with the alignments that some relationships were meant to fall away. So I think, and just around me, I've been seeing a lot of those ending of karmic ties, and a lot of karmic contracts maybe coming to an end. Yes, Michelle says that resonates strongly with me. Yes. So I feel like it's a bit of an eclipse backlash that we're having at the moment, a bit delayed because of that Mercury retrograde that's now moving direct. And I'd like to ask you both, what have you been feeling maybe in your consultations or around you or in your personal life regarding those karmic contracts coming to an end? And what does it mean? And I know also we've talked about love relationships sometimes coming to an end also around this time. Sophie, what have you been feeling around that? And if you'd like to pull some cards also, we can do that, around why is it coming right now? Why are our relationships ending or karmic contracts ending right now?
Before the cards, I really feel that this is happening now because we're preparing to level up to the next big thing in our life. And I think collectively we're going to step up to a new level of energy and vibration. And I think collectively we have to leave behind maybe old contract just to be able to free yourself to learn even more, and to free yourself to feel and share even more vibrationally a higher level of vibration. So this is just what I'm picking up on, but I will also take cards on this. So why do we have that amount of karmic ending right now collectively? We have the card of loss.
Okay.
And jealousy. So not the same vibration. People are going to really put things in your way to not attain the best outcome in your mission. If you stick around with people that doesn't have the same vibration as you have. But the thing is, if you have karmic ties with them, you need to get rid of it, and you need to really be able to and the karma, one way or another. There's multiple ways to do it before you get to this next level without them. So that's why it's happening right now.
And you were talking about many ways to end the karma. What is, in your opinion, one of those ways? Maybe can you share maybe more than one if you know?
Well, you know me, I like past lives, so I like to go with past life to really be able to understand the root of this connection, and then maybe go into your soul contract, talk to either the higher self of both, after still under hypnosis, but after you see the past life, change the karmic ties, ask for forgiveness on both sides. And then you can also, just before you go to bed or right in the morning, first thing when you wake up, or when you're last thing when you go to bed, so you're really relaxed in a state of natural hypnosis, and you go within your heart, and you change your soul contract within your soul, your heart center. And changing the soul contract, you can say, I only attract soul contract that are for my highest good. I release every soul contract. You can change your soul contract to manifest the best outcome. You can also do Reiki about this. You can also meditate to speak to the higher self. So it's also a trance. It's also hypnosis. Those are mine. You can also in the morning just call on your higher self and cut the ties. There's many, many ways to do this.
And before I switch to Meg, can you share, because I feel guided to talk about our soul contract, which wasn't like the most, let's say, the easiest soul contract to deal with. Do you want to share like what it was, and how did we learn about it, and how did we change it?
Yeah, so our soul contract was war and polarity. And at the time, my English was really not good, and I was not really sure that I understood those words. War, yes, but polarity was a big concept, especially under hypnosis when you don't have your logical brain. And I was under past life hypnosis when I discovered what was our soul contract. At the time,
just to add clarity to what you were saying, it was because you asked, was she a British lady that did hypnosis therapy? So okay, so you called this lady to do hypnosis therapy of past lives, and that's when you learned about that. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so she has many, well, not many books, but she has at least one book that is really known on past life regression. She has been doing that for 20 or 30 years, something like that. She's amazing, and she's in London. So my passion is past lives. Even though I didn't have any money, I wanted to do this therapy, and I was in a past life really a long time ago with dinosaurs, and I was in a past life with my sister. And at the end, I really I had to discover what was the soul contract with everyone that I knew from this present life in the past life. And Julie was there, and her soul contract was war and polarity. As soon as I cut the cord with this contract and I changed it for, I don't remember, but something of the line of respect and unconditional love, and just support, it changed our dynamic for forever. It changed our dynamic for a long, long time. And I'm forever grateful for this, because I love you, Julie.
I love you too. Wow. Yeah, we weren't like getting really along when we were younger. Let's say we were very different. Let's just say that. So it did change drastically, and it's available for everybody. And I think you said also the word earlier, forgiveness. And I feel like it's a big part also of that healing, because we're not necessarily on the same path of evolution. We're not at the same level on this path of evolution. So I feel there's a lot of things to, let's see, put in the picture that we don't usually have when we feel some kind of tension with someone. Thank you for that. Okay, Meg, I'd like to talk to you about that same subject.
Mm-hmm.
What can you share about this theme of like karmic ties, cunning ties, karmic contracts, maybe love relationships? And why do you think it's coming now? And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, I was getting like full body goosebumps, Sophie, when you were talking and you were pulling cards. That really, really resonated. Like when you were talking about when you got the lost card and the jealousy card, I think, and you were saying like some relationships are just not the same frequency, and that can bring us down. right? And it's a really big red flag when we're around someone that makes our energy drop. That's when you know it's probably not in alignment. It's probably not nourishing you. It's probably not for the highest good to have that friendship or love relationship. If it just makes your energy drop, if it's someone that puts you down, if it's someone that doesn't believe in your dreams and, you know, what you want to do, the people that we want to surround ourselves with, like Sophie was saying, is the people that raise us up, that raise our energy up, that we feel naturally comforted and supported by. So I just loved everything that you said there, Sophie. That was awesome. I really feel like now that we're getting to the tail end of the nodes in Taurus, right? We've got just about 2 months left of the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio. So the South Node, which represents our past lives, the most recent energy we're coming from in our personal birth charts, but also collectively that we're working with when it's in the current astrology, is in the last degrees of being in Scorpio. And we're in the beginning of the age of Aquarius. So I feel like this is a huge toxicity cleanse of the whole age of Pisces and our incarnations in that age of Pisces and people that we've been connected with in lifetimes during the age of Pisces, which is about 2,000 years. So this is very, very intense. This is relationships where we can feel like, and I'm feeling in particular love relationships, we're so drawn to them. And I pulled some astrology cards and I got the 8th house mystery.
The house of Scorpio, yeah.
Scorpio house, as well as debilitated discomfort.
Yeah.
So I'm really feeling the energy of some of us listening in the community that are in particular love relationships that don't feel good, discomfort, but there's that Scorpio intense draw and almost like obsession to it. And a lot of the times when we feel that, but it's a toxic energy, it's a karmic tie. So that's your red flag right there. When it doesn't make sense practically and in a common sense way, most likely a karmic tie that we need to look at, or else we're draining our energy through it. So I think there's going to be a lot of energy shifts in relationships, friendships, love relationships from now and until the whole time that the North Node is in Aries and South Node is in Libra. That's going to be a huge releasing of relationships that don't serve. So I think what you were saying, Julie, about now that Mercury is no longer retrograde and we've had our first eclipse season of the year, clarity is really starting to come. We are in that, post-shadow period of Mercury retrograde, but the clarity is starting to come. And when we get into July and for the whole next year and a half forward from July, with that North Node switch, it's going to be really obvious what relationships serve us and what don't. So it's better to make the changes, as hard as that is, whether it's with friendship, business relationships, love relationships, than to be in something that's debilitated and that can, mess with our life and our path. So our relationships are reflections of us as well, and where we're at and what things we need to be working on. So I think that that's really interesting to look at too. If you're noticing a theme with the people around you and they're reflecting something that you don't like, how is that, where does that come from on our soul's journey? Is that a past life issue? Is that a this life issue? Where is that coming from? So yeah, I think we're going to be talking a lot in the months to come about relationships.
Oh, for sure. The next year and a half, for sure. Well,
can I add just something with this? Meg, when you were showing those cards, they really spoke to me in a channeling way. And I have to add something to it because it's very strong. Those two cards that you were showing, so you had an 8th house and discomfort.
Yeah.
It's really giving me the message really loud and clear that the one that is the lower vibration in the relationship will feel so much discomfort because you're shining bright. It's really going to affect them and they will feel like they're restless. They need to go away. So I think that's what is happening right now. You're going to see maybe a chemical reaction where you're going to see one of the person in the relationship where you see it's unequal vibration that is going to feel like you just put Satan in holy water and it's not fun for them. And I think they're going to want to go away.
Yeah, I feel that very much. And yeah, we were talking about some relationship elevate you, some other relationships drain you. And but I'm kind of wondering at the same time, and I'm thinking out loud now, that we came here in this incarnation to meet with some karmic relationship because we had different sorts of lesson to learn from them, maybe some experiences to rebalance because maybe the balance of energy was off in a few incarnations and we're here to rebalance it. So I'm like, yeah, I guess the key is that you can't be stuck too long with karmic relationship without understanding the pattern. So I guess the answer is here. Maybe Sophie, can you pull cards regarding that topic? And wow, thank you so much, Rainbow Sun 777 for your generous donation. Thank you, Divine Ladies. Summer solstice is not too far away. Yes. What are you seeing in the charts for the potentially big energies for everyone? Oh, we'll get back to your question, Rainbow Sun, right after this topic. But thank you. Yeah. So what can we glean from the cards as to what do we have to know with those karmic relationships? So let's say we move with them for our highest good. How can we navigate the karmic relationships in our life for our highest good?
So it says it's a visit underneath the deck. Wow. So it's really just something that you have to clear, but you're not meant to stay in, like you said, Julie. Some people, that's why we always say that the future is not set in stone. Well, at least I say that always, because you always have the choice to learn faster or slower the lesson. You can stay stuck for 10 plus years with somebody that is a karmic, or you can learn in a week, see the red flags, move on. It's going to give you a sense of falseness and inconstance. I don't know how you say that. But it's going to it's going to just basically give you really red flags. You're meant to reconnect with them. You're meant to absolutely see them in your life and see why you had to repay some debt, but you don't need to stick around. When something is toxic, when something is not good for you, the soul contract is over. It's done. You never have to stick around. Never.
Yep. So it's our, let's say, willingness to maybe change the chapter whenever we realize that the relationship no longer have lessons for us to bring. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you so much. I'm looking at the comments at the same time. Okay, so let's go back to Rainbow Sun's question. So she's asking, what are you seeing in the charts for the potentially big energies for everyone? So Meg, do you have a form of answer to that? What kind of energies do you see, let's say, upcoming that are going to be big for, let's say, an energetic change?
Well, the summer solstice is our, sacred day of light, the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. So really positive when we get into the summertime where the light is at its power, the light forces are at its power. So this is amazing time to be putting out your gifts, to be Leo, right? Putting yourself out there. I see it as a really positive time, actually. I've just brought up the chart of the summer solstice. And what have we got here? We've got Mars in Leo. Pluto is going to be back in Capricorn, right? Because Pluto's going back in Capricorn, June 11th, 2023 to January 20th, 2024. So we're still rehashing some things from the Pluto and Capricorn transit, the financial system going through adjustments, but I'm really feeling the energy of us stepping into our gifts and sharing that with the world and being in that Leo season fearlessness, putting ourselves out there. So yeah, awesome question, Rainbow Sun. I hope
I
that
love that.
answered
Thank
it.
you. And thanks, Meg. Yeah. So I wanted to share another meme here from the same lady, Melissa Boudreau. So here I shared that one more, I say, in tune with the latest eclipse that we had in Scorpio. So ending of stuff, ending of relationship, death and rebirth type of energy. But then she posted this one right away. So, and it says overflow. So I feel like it's really talking about all those planets and energies in Taurus, which is a lot of abundance. So it's like an overflow from Mother Earth, from the universe to bless you with a lot of things. So it's here, the universe getting ready to send me all the divine blessings and abundance I've been waiting for and more. For all the years of struggle and pain I've endured for my own growth and soul expansion. So it says here, me and everyone else has been patiently waiting for years. Yes. So let me know if you resonate with that one. But it really kind of talked to me on an astrology level, because I could feel like both of the depth of the old paradigm in our lives with the eclipse in Scorpio, but then all of the planets in the sign of Taurus, and we've got today Jupiter moving in the sign of Taurus. And also we've got this new moon in Taurus with like basically all the planets in the zodiac in the sign of Taurus during that new moon. So a lot of manifestation potential for everybody to manifest. I'd like to ask the cards, and I'll ask you both, what kind of what kind of energy can we expect from Jupiter moving into Taurus, first of all?
Okay, can I have an amen, please? Two of Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups.
Wow, the cups.
The cups, the feelings. We're going to be more intuitive. We're going to feel more. I'm just going to end that sentence there. We're going to feel more. We're going to be more in our, how would I put it? It's not in our body. It's not in our mind. It's more in our aura. We're going to be more sensing and more telepathic and more intuitive, and it's all the 5D that is going to be more. I know Taurus is more grounding in 3D if I go with my logical brain, but those cards are really making me feel that we're going to just be magnetic. We're going to just be more in our power, and we're going to attract manifestation, like you were saying, attract more, because we're going to have this glow around us that is going to manifest for us accordingly to how we feel feelings. So
Wow.
Pay attention to your feelings, because this is attracting for you.
I love that. And it talks about, I'm guessing, also emotional fulfillment, which makes a lot of sense with the Taurus archetype, which is all about, let's say, feeling pleasure from the earthly realm, but also feeling embodied. And also, let's say, I have the Spanish word in my mind. My brain is so confused right now. Disfrutar.
French or English is good. Not Spanish.
Sorry, what did you say?
What?
What did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
French or English is good. We can help you, but not Spanish.
Yeah, Elena should be there. I was gonna say enjoy life. I got the Spanish word in my mind, disfrutar. So yeah, enjoy life to the fullest, which I'm being told with people who have had near-death experiences, that it's really cool to be able to feel all those things that we're feeling, to have feelings, but also to enjoy life's pleasures, feeling embodied, having comfort in all sorts of senses, having the pleasures from the 5 senses, good smells, touches, massage, beautiful stuff to look at, nature. So I feel like we forgot about that for a while, but now with all the energy in Taurus, with this new moon, but also Jupiter moving today, I feel like we're going to feel emotionally fulfilled. That makes sense. What about you, Meg? How do you feel, first of all, this transit of Jupiter and Taurus? How do you feel it's going to affect us? And if you'd like to pull some cards, go ahead too.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, I want to start off with something I forgot to say with the South Node is that as we've been talking about, Pluto is squaring the nodes. And part of this, I feel like, is, Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, rules the dark side of life and intense healing and intense life experiences and crisis. And I feel like Pluto, which rules initiation, spiritual initiation and transformation in astrology, is kind of allowing everybody to choose at this time. Are you choosing the natural higher timeline or the lower old earth transhumanism timeline?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's going on in the background. That's also affecting our relationships. Those of us that are choosing the higher timeline, whether you want to call it 5D, New Earth, whatever you want to call it. And it's hard to watch our loved ones that are not stepping into that timeline. There's no good or bad because it's their soul's choice, right? And it's all just experience. So it's just what they have to choose. But we're going through that. And I feel like this Jupiter in Taurus transit, Jupiter is blessings. Those who choose the natural timeline are going to get really blessed. And I'm not saying that from an egotistical way. That's just what the astrology is. If we follow what is natural, if we go even deeper with our connection to our food and where it comes from, resources that are actually of value, Taurus, silver and gold and crystals, the precious metals, we will be blessed. We will be supported. We will be resourceful. Taurus is all about there is no lack. There is total abundance when you are in nature. There's water, there's plants, there's herbs, it's total abundance. So I feel like being connected to what is natural, and I pulled the nature card in my Lenormand cards when I asked the guidance about this Jupiter and Taurus. It's choosing that natural timeline and being connected to nature. It's going to become, our connection to nature is going to get stronger and stronger, even more than it already is. And I know a lot of us are starting to maybe grow our own food, or like Jens and I have chickens in the backyard and we've been going through that, like different things, it's going into a whole other level of that. Community gardens, Spirit's making me say, what's the clothes that we're wearing? Who made these? And what's it made out of? And how's it affecting our bodies, Taurus? Deeper into our resources, the physical things. So I think it's a huge blessing for those of us that are choosing the natural path, that beautiful 5D timeline. And I think that it is going to be really positive. And the dark side of life is going to have a really hard time with Jupiter being in Taurus, because I think it's going to wake a lot, even more people up wanting to be in nature, wanting to get off the phones as well. I think we may see over the next year some sort of new program or trend around less screen time, right? Because Taurus is what is natural. And Pluto being in Aquarius, Pluto is the detoxifier and cleanser in Aquarius technology. I think that's definitely going to come up over this Pluto and Aquarius transit for sure. Might even start happening this year with Jupiter being in Taurus, like really getting off the screens more. Like Lakeside Laura is saying, walk barefoot. I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be good. And when we connect to nature, I'm feeling really strong. There's new information. We got the key card, new secrets and information coming forward about, what is the earth? What is nature? What is the moon? Like we were talking about in our last Astro Decode. When we get into nature, we just get more naturally attuned to that and feeling the truth of that. And it's okay to listen to videos and documentaries, but when we can actually feel that from ourselves, that's the most powerful thing. So secrets being revealed about what's really going on with the earth and nature is going to come up for us.
I love that. And you feel also like sacred sites have something to do with those cards? I kind of had that word come into my mind.
Yeah. And I think that's such a good point. The sacred sites are wanting us to be there for sure. And
so we kind of need to physically travel to some locations to be activated, or to activate some kind of ley lines or grid work. Wow. Definitely. That's powerful. And also, could I ask you maybe to ask the card,
Sure.
how can we best, let's say, manifest? And you already kind of answered with the natural, going more natural. But how could we manifest, let's say, more financial stability for everybody watching this video using this Jupiter and Taurus transit?
Got it. How can we manifest more financial stability? Wow. Okay, interesting. It's a simple answer, but it's an important answer. So I love these Lenormand cards because they always give it to you straight. The heart,
Wow.
the coffin, and the mice. Spirit keeps wanting me to say, you already know what you're supposed to be doing. If you're listening to this video right now, if you are like-minded, if you are awake, somewhere deep inside, you already know what it is you're supposed to be doing. Open up your heart, connect to your heart, do heart chakra meditations, chants, heart work, get out of the mind and into the heart. And being in nature also gives that to us too, where we can feel, what is it that I feel best doing? And that is your gift to the world. And that is what Mother Earth, the universe, wants you to be doing. And you will be financially provided through that. I feel like this is interesting because this is the mice in the Lenormand can represent getting sick. If you're getting sick in the job that you have, that is a really big red flag. So people can start having, not wishing this upon any of you guys, but, getting sick or having like little breakdowns until we take, and it's always hard for me to hold these together, but until we take those steps to actually go, you know what? I love investing. I want to be a YouTube investor and have a channel and help people invest. Or you know what? I want to do Reiki, or I want to do sound healing. Follow what it is that activates your heart that you absolutely love to do. So that's what I'm getting with that.
Wow.
And about the illness, I learned that from Dolores Canon. She was the one saying that everybody that she knows of that were doing what they were supposed to be doing, they were not getting sick that often. When you're in something that nourishes your soul, you are not supposed to get sick. There could be other things around your job that is making you sick, but less and less. So no burnouts normally, no sick days every month. It's not supposed to be this way.
Wow, that's like so synchronistic because I had 2 conversations this week that pertain exactly to that. First one with one of my friends that was having chronic migraines, and she had a consultation a couple consultation with Sophie. And what she discovered through those consultations was that she was not exactly, let's say, using her gifts in the best way possible in her life mission. So her guides are like pushing her, and her higher self is pushing her to get out of her matrix job, to get her into, let's say, more of a creative position where she can really exploit those gifts that she has, because she has amazing gifts, but she's not using them in her current jobs. So she's having that kind of, let's say, ailment for her to let's say, do a drastic change. Because if you're resisting change, especially because you're fearing, let's say, the lack of financial stability, then for sure you need something really big to push you over the edge. So that's the first one I had. And then second one, I've been talking to my neighbor for like the first time since I got to this house. And she was telling me that she's a physics teacher. And her dream, one of her dreams is to become an osteopath. So she's trying to get like classes at night to become an osteopath because she has chronic pains in her body. So she went in the natural route because she was trying to heal herself. And then she's been like very passionate about osteopathy. So she's trying to make that switch. And I feel like it's really speaking about what you picked with the cards, Meg, with the mice energy. Wow, a lot of messages here of your body also, and your higher self through your body talking to you about changes you need to make. Wow, that's crazy. Did you guys want to add something to that before we switch to the new moon? No?
I feel like I want to say too that, sometimes we get sick because we're detoxing and we're cleansing. So, if any of you are sick at the moment, it may not be because you're, out of alignment or not doing what you're supposed to do, but it could be that your body is just going through a cleansing and a detox. So, that can really come up too.
Yeah.
And also, if I can add something, I know a lot of people who has gifts that every new moon they get sick, and I am sick every new moon, and I don't know why, but a lot of people are telling me that in consultation that in the night to get to the full moon, we don't sleep, we get up, we're sick, and this, I don't know why, but if you're feeling this, it's not sometimes just because of your work, it may be because you are not using your gift in the right way, or you need to detox, or something about it.
Wow, that's interesting. Zen here is saying her higher self should just send an email. Yeah, that would be a lot easier. I agree with you. Okay, let's move to this new moon in Taurus that we're going to have on May 19th. So that it's going to be Friday for most people. I really like this new moon. There's a lot of planets that's going to be in the sign of Taurus. So a lot of Taurian energy. We've got Jupiter, the North Node, Mercury, now direct, Uranus, Sun, and Moon. So that's quite a lot of cosmic objects to be gathered in one sign. But at the same time, we're going to have this grand fixed cross that we talked about last week. So I think the key word here for manifestation might be get out of the old energy, get out of old paradigms, get out of old limiting beliefs also, to really step into this big, crucial manifestation energy that is available. So if we're able to, let's say, be in tune enough to make the right changes and let in the right energy, I think this new moon can be really beautiful. So I had picked an oracle card when I was asking about the energy of this new moon, and that the card that I picked was Child of the Cosmos, and it says, remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. And it's funny also because here around me, I don't know about you, but all the flowers are blooming at this time. So like we're really in sync with the earth right now. Well, in the northern hemisphere, because I know in the southern hemisphere it's the opposite, but here where we are blooming also. So I feel like it's kind of the energy of this new moon. And it's really close to the Pleiades cluster. So a lot of high vibration available, also connecting to star family origins if you feel like you got some Pleiadian, let's see, influences in your star family. And Taurus, as we said, is all about enjoying life to the fullest and honoring life. So I think we're going to feel, and I'm already kind of feeling this energy of feeling more alive, feeling divinely embodied, more optimism. And Jupiter is joining the megastellium today. So it's going to be, it's already like a new energy. I kind of feel it. And it's going to be a great time. So mark this on your calendar, May 19, creating something new and anchoring it down into the material world, because Taurus is all about material reality, embodiment. So creating something, manifesting something while also creating something in the physical world is going to be super powerful. So crystal grids, one of the great way to manifest, writing down, because you're kind of materializing your ideas at the same time, drawing something, making a vision board. Do you guys have other ideas? I'm kind of missing some.
Maybe confronting your fears.
Okay.
Okay. Why? I know it's darker, but why? Because we have this freedom of fears, and if it's a new moon, you want to manifest the best version. Do something that is maybe a challenge for you. start something that you were afraid to start because you don't feel worthy. Start a new course, start to do a new business, start something that scares you and push yourself to a limit that it's just in your head.
I love that. Wow. Yeah. So taking action towards doing something, and that makes sense because, Jupiter is right now conjunct with the North Node. So it's really in sync with the energies of the universe, like taking action towards something new, something out of your comfort zone also is very North Node. Yeah. Yeah, that really resonates.
I've got to share, you guys, that's crazy, Sophie, because I just pulled some Astro Cards on this new moon and basically says what you just said. It actually nurtures you. It's nurturing for yourself to take action. I am getting this every single time I'm doing these cards lately, the Mars card. It's actually positive and nurturing for you to take action in a way that is uncomfortable.
Wow.
And yeah, that totally resonates. And also what you were saying, Julie, like crystals, herbs, the flowers, making an altar or a grid, writing down your intention and making a physical grid. I think this is the best new moon of the year, personally. New moon in Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus. It's its second most favorite place to be. So this is like super positive for manifestation and anchoring that by saying it out loud, taking some kind of action, making a, like you were saying, Julie, some physical representation of what your intention is. So powerful, you guys.
Wow, I love that. And also Lorianne is saying, as you wake up, repeat a positive mantra and own it. And yeah, I almost forgot that Taurus is related to the voice. So speaking out loud your intention is very, very, very powerful around this time. Thank you, Lorianne. Yeah. Okay, we're going to step into our question segment. I'm going to try to select a good question for you guys. So I'll have Sophie on the screen. Okay, we've got something quite, let's say, a harder question, but I think you'll be up for it.
Yeah.
So Maria Quintero is saying, my nephew and his girlfriend were shot about 2.5 weeks ago. First of all, our deepest condolences to you, Maria. That's quite a challenge life is throwing your way. Sending you lots of love. And she's saying his girlfriend passed away. No arrests have been made. This was an unprovoked shooting. Will the person who did this be found or arrested? Wow, that's very much in, let's say, tying up with the energy of the eclipse in Scorpio.
Okay, let's see. There's a mystery around the person in a sense that maybe it's leading to a false start in the clues. I will get clearer with the cards, but Three of Wands, yeah. There's a mystery around the person. So if you have some clues, something needs to be really redone in the investigation. Are they going to do it? Mystery. Yeah, Seven of Cups. Okay, so I think something was done where they have some bad information right now. So it's just no worries because we have Three of Pentacles. So they're going to be able to connect the dots like we see on the screen, and they're going to be able to find out more about it. But right now they start with a distance. Like we have Three of Wands. So they start actually more help me with my English, please. Away from the end. Yeah, thank you. Away from the answer. So let me just check. You need to push for this. I know it's really uncomfortable to put pressure, but we need to put pressure on people doing the investigation. We need to question the investigation because there's things that doesn't make sense. Let's see in the future what will come up. Three of Cups. Yeah, if you question, you're helping this magician. There's a mystery around this. I don't know what happened on that night, but it says that a car can be one of the solution around this mystery. And yes, we have the justice card coming in as soon as we have the next start. We have to clear something up from illusions, and then we're moving forward towards the justice. So push and ask questions.
Wow, thank you, Sophie. And again, Maria, we're really with you. All the community here is behind you. This must be like very tough moment. And we got the justice cards, so I'm really hoping for you it will get sorted out. At least you'll have more clarity on what actually went on. So sending you much love, Maria. Okay. Thank you, Ruth, is saying love this show. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony. Thanks for all you do, ladies. Really appreciate it. Cynthia is saying received the water candle and Jan Spiller's book today in the mail. So that was Meg's recommendation with our latest Astro Decode. I have ordered it too, so I can't wait to read it and tell you all about it. Thank you for everything you lovely ladies do. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I really appreciate it. Okay, so next question is going to be for Meg. So James here is saying, how do I unlock the full potential of my gift? He's an Aquarius sun, Virgo rising, and Scorpio moon. Wow, very psychic. Wow. Thank you to everyone that is part of the Beyond Mystic family. You all have helped us so much. Sending love. Well, thank you so much, James. So what can we tell James as in regards to his unlocking his gifts?
Wow. So I'm hearing Spirit say, be your total unique self. It's okay for you to do something completely different than anyone around you, than anyone that you've known. You are an Aquarius sun with the Scorpio moon. So that's a pretty intense, cool combination of being a trailblazer and doing something different. And I feel like you're into something that's very maybe different, that can create opposition, confrontation, or people not understanding your gifts. Because you're an Aquarius, you're naturally 10 steps ahead of everyone else. That's what I always say to the Aquariuses out there. So I think follow what it is that you love to do, but I feel that it's very, very different than anything anybody's ever done before. And it's time for you to put yourself out there. First house card, arrival. You are definitely highly gifted. Aquarius is a very gifted sign, intellectually smart, creatively gifted, future oriented. So I think, James, that I feel your mind is highly gifted, your creativity, Neptune is highly gifted, and be your unique self. I keep hearing that over and over and over again. So that's unique to you. And I'm also going to pull some Lenormand cards.
And also I got with the Neptune card, it talks to me about channeling. So if ever you tried automatic writing, since you're a Virgo rising, so all Virgos are kind of good at writing at some point in their lives. So maybe you should try channeling, meditating, and maybe automatic writing into getting some messages from your higher self. Woo.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that, Julie. I feel, okay. So I'm getting an interesting message here, pretty specific. Picking up on past lives where, sorry, I'm not good at holding all these cards together. Picking up on past lives where you were a woman that maybe got killed for your gifts. Okay. The mice, the clouds, confusion, abuse, and the woman. And I feel like this is representing you. So I would suggest, James, if it resonates with you, maybe doing an energy healing or clearing regarding your past lives on this planet when you were fully in your gifts. And there may have been something that happened to you, maybe some witch wounds that you want to clear up. But I think I keep hearing you're highly gifted and you have multiple gifts to share, creatively, even spiritually, and practically in some ways as well. I think you could be into like multiple things, and that's also unique as well, because the Matrix tells us that we need to be doing just one thing and it needs to be in a certain rule book. But you're an Aquarius, you don't have to follow the rule book, and we've got Pluto in Aquarius, so this is a really powerful time for you, James, to follow your gut, follow your gifts.
I love that. Wow. Thank you so much, Meg. And yeah, Ben the Rocks here is saying it's the bungee into the woo theme again. Yes. I feel like it's going to be a very popular theme moving forward too, because there's a lot of people, and that's my personal feeling, that are going to move into the woo, either more, let's say, professionally, but for sure personally. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay. One last question for Sophie. I have here Susan saying she's an Aries sun, Virgo rising, if ever that's going to inspire you. Will I move to a new home this year? I have been dreaming of living at the beach for many years. Thank you, beautiful ladies. Thank you, Susan.
There's some delays around this.
I'm sorry?
There's some delays around this. I'm just trying to pick up the right there for you. Let's start. Okay. There's a blockage right now in this question because you need to take care of someone around you. So it could be an older person, it could be a child. It doesn't need to be family member, it can be friendship also. But there's a delay because somebody around you needs help and they're waiting for you to be out of this situation. We have 4 of Pentacles. And when you're out of this situation, then we have the Tower. Then you can move. And don't be too, don't be in a hurry to move right now, because you need to prepare also. It's going to be out of your comfort zone and it may trigger some insecurities in the beginning. It's not because it's a wrong choice for you. It's just because when it comes, the right time comes, it will be really like a rocket. You will have to go somewhere new and it will be fast, and you will have to start with a new neighborhood, maybe a new entire place all over. And it will be a great adventure for you. Yeah, 3 of Wands, and we have 6 of Wands. So it will be really positive and empowering, but it will be at a distance. So distance from people you know. And it's going to start fresh, brand new start for you.
Wow. Let us know, Susan, if it resonates, but Sophie's usually pretty good. So yeah, thank you so much, Sophie. And I wanted to share something here. Oh, Lorianne is saying, please follow, like, share, subscribe to YouTube, Maison and BeyondMystic. Yes, thank you so much, Lorianne. If you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to give us a like. It really helps us and supports us. And you 2 ladies just filmed this new episode yesterday on Princess Diana. I love those episodes because you really dive deep into a lot of themes regarding a lot of theories, a lot of is that true? Is this true? So a lot of new information usually come up. Okay, what can you share, maybe Meg? Maybe a tiny snippet of information about this episode. What was it about?
Well, I think there was a lot that we uncovered. Very interesting what Sophie was getting intuitively and with the cards. You guys are going to definitely want to check this out. One little sneak peek I'll give you that's really trippy is Diana died in a tunnel that actually, and I'm forgetting the name, forgive me, you guys. I think it's the La Palma Tunnel. I'm butchering it. It's in Paris, where she died in the car accident, is actually an ancient sacrificial site.
Whoa.
So to the goddess Diana. That's some not so good pagans, which not all pagans are bad, you guys. There's some that do sacrifices, and that's the dark arts pagan. But yeah, Diana was killed in a tunnel that is the ancient site of a sacrificial altar to the goddess Diana. So we get into a lot of trippy information, the real deal about how she died, the future of the British royal family. We channeled her a little bit. She had some messages that came through. Oh yeah, we had our EMF readers that we actually got on film. Sophie started to go off when we were connecting with Diana.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I can't wait to watch it. I'm going to
Yeah.
watch this from my vacation location that I'll be going to tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. And also, don't forget to, if you'd like to book a consultation with Sophie or Meg, Sophie, can you tell us when can they book with you the sooner?
Yes, so I just added some 1 hour appointments with me for June. I think we're at the last week of June, and for those that I just added, otherwise it's at the end of July. And for priority readings, the 30 minutes, I have one spot left for this Friday if you want to have 30 minutes with me and you don't want to wait until June or July.
Amazing. And what about you, Meg? Do you have when is your soonest opening for either the birth chart reading or the 1 year personal forecast reading?
The middle of July is my soonest openings.
Amazing. Wow. Okay, I love it. You guys are really busy, but we love it. Okay, well, thank you so much, everybody, for being with us today. We really appreciate you in the chat. We can feel your lovely energies, and thank you also for sending a lot of support and love for Maria and all the people that have had let's say difficult experiences come up with the eclipses, and especially the one in Scorpio. But now changing the energies and moving into this real Taurus season, I feel that we're gonna really feel moving forward. Today is celebrating Jupiter entering Taurus, but also the new moon. So don't forget to mark your calendar on May 19th. Sending you lots of love and see you soon. Au revoir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.